In a time when figures like Sean Combs face criminal charges for serious misconduct, Perry has become an easy target for larger anxieties about complicity and abuse in the entertainment world. Following up on Katy Perry's 7th album, 143, that dropped into a whirlwind of criticism, becoming infamous within just 24 hours of its release. Garnering a dismal 35 out of 100 on Metacritic, it became the worst reviewed album by a female artist in over 2 decades. Fans and critics alike eagerly tore it apart, dubbing it a monumental flop. But is 143 truly deserving of such backlash? Or is Perry the latest scapegoat for pop culture's shifting tide? The New York Times talks about 143 being undeniably lackluster compared to Perry's earliest hits like Teenage Dream, but it doesn't crash quite as hard as some of her prior missteps, such as the much criticized Bon Appetit or the cringe-worthy Mariah karaoke moment from Prison. Do I remember that lyric? Mariah karaoke. Instead, it's marked by an overwhelming blandness and a surprising lack of personality for an artist known for her campy, larger-than-life persona. Critics have savaged the album not for catastrophic failures, but for its overwhelming mediocrity. The public's harsh reaction to 143, however, seems to be more about just the music itself. Pop music consumption has shifted in recent years, with fans now dissecting not only the sounds, but also the behind-the-scenes production choices and promotional strategies. And of course, the meaning and statements behind songs in an increasingly political society. The rollout of 143 was plagued with missteps, including a PR nightmare surrounding the music video for Lifetimes, which actually I kind of like. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of like the song, minus the fact that it's produced by Dr. Luke, which sparked a government investigation for filming on a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Spain. Then, of course, taking it back to Dr. Luke, the uncomfortable reunion with him, a once revered producer whose reputation crumbled after allegations of sexual assault surfaced in 2014. Perry's decision to work with him on 143 was met with fierce backlash, especially since the album contains a pop, feminist anthem, Woman's World, which was also, as we talked about before, met with not positive reviews. Now, despite Perry's attempts to distance herself from the controversy, critics were quick to pounce, highlighting her inability to read the room in a culture increasingly focused on ethical consumption. Yet Perry isn't alone in working with Dr. Luke post-scandal. Artists like Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat have also teamed up with the producer, and with some commercial success. It begs the question, is the outrage about Perry's association with Dr. Luke, or is it more about her inability to produce hits that could justify working with a problematic figure like Dr. Luke? For the people who don't know, I'm pretty sure he helped produce the famous Say So. Pop critics, including Mikael Wood from the Los Angeles Times, suggest that had Perry delivered chart-topping bangers like Doja Cat Say So, the conversation might have been different. Amid the moral queasiness surrounding Perry's release, the music industry at large continues to reckon with its own skeletons. In a time when figures like Sean Combs face criminal charges for serious misconduct, Perry has become an easy target for larger anxieties about complicity and abuse in the entertainment world. Dang, New York Times. The album may not be the worst of her career, but in a world that now demands more than just catchy tunes, it's certainly the easiest to criticize. So ultimately, I think the New York Times did not like it. And not to defend Katy Perry here, but I agree, some of the songs aren't that terrible, but that's kind of the point that NYT is trying to make. The mediocrity doesn't necessarily justify all the controversy and all of the messiness that came with producing the album. Dang. Well, I wish her the best.